Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Reviewing all available options and choosing the outcome. It's the Audience One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com, and available wherever you get your podcast from. On today's show, we discuss saving seats, funeral processions, and when fleeing goes wrong. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy who would make a good friend for an alien. It's Dick. The majority of people like mayonnaise. Schisler.
Yeah.
The word is procession. It's a tough word for me to say sometimes. Funeral processions. My bad.
All right.
I'm just not on my professional peak broadcasting abilities right now, I guess. Dick, you look a little different. What's up?
I just shaved.
Yeah, you say it like it's not that big of a deal, but you basically...
It grows back.
It does. It does. But you look so strikingly handsome now. It's hard for me to look directly at you.
Okay. Well,
Hey, look, anytime somebody shaves after they've had a beard for quite some time,
yeah.
it's not like it's going to go unignored.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially with... it just looks like a meth head.
Admittedly, yes.
So now people are going to be like, oh, you're off the meth.
She's like, no, I just found a razor.
Yeah.
Stumbled into one. Now you look good, man.
Yeah. It's hot, man. I was golfing yesterday, and I'm going to get a haircut, and I was just dying. And I felt like I rolled around in dirt.
Oh, so this was just like today, basically, you shaved then?
Yeah. I woke up, and I was
this
like...
is fresh.
Yeah.
Wow. Look like a turtle without its shell. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Dick, the U.S. soccer team lost their first game. Are you okay? Are you dealing with it well? I thought they were going to run the table.
I don't think it really matters.
What do you mean?
Well, they're already through the group.
Yeah,
and they
but
played,
doesn't this help positioning or something?
No, they're already guaranteed first.
Oh, so did they put in all their scrubs against Turkey? Are we supposed to call it Turkey now?
I have no idea.
I think they changed their name, or at least the pronunciation of it
several
a couple
years ago.
They
did.
Yeah. And I guess I agree. A country should be able to change the name of their country if they want, but if you're going to do it, really change it. Call it biscuits and gravy or something. But all they did was just put yay at the end of it.
Yeah, but that's probably...
It made it worse.
Well, that's probably what they called it, 100 years ago, 500 years ago or something. And so,
I guess. Because they said people were confusing it in English with the bird, right? Which makes sense because a turkey is a bird.
Well, how do you even pronounce the new name?
Turkey.
It's really called... Is that
yes.
Turkey?
Turkey. And I'm like, well, you left the part that you didn't want still in there. Like, if your country's name was...
Well, if somebody came to me and said Turkey, I'd be like, oh, is that like a foreign language for turkey?
Right, exactly. My point.
The bird?
So,
bird?
If your country's name was penis, and you wanted to not be confused with male genitals, you wouldn't change it to penis yay.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything.
Well, if that really was the reason they changed it, that's silly. But I doubt that. I bet that's what they used to call it sometime, and... Some politician was like, we have to go back to the old ways.
There was somebody in the boardroom somewhere, I don't know, like whatever their version of Congress is, that says, we probably need to change the pronunciation of our country from Turkey. And some guy stands up and goes, how about Turkey yay? Oh, yes. Brilliant. Give that man a promotion. I don't know. Just change it to something much different.
Basically, they changed it because they wanted the name... They wanted to use a name the country has actually used domestically since 1923. So I guess in Turkey they called it that.
It just sounds really snooty.
I like it.
It's like Qatar and Qatar. Let's figure it out, people.
What I love, and I never knew this, with the bird. So they want to disassociate the country's name from the North American bird.
Right.
And the common slang term for something that fails.
A turkey. Okay, yeah. You're right. It's not necessarily a very endearing term if I call someone a turkey.
I didn't know it meant fail. I meant more like I thought you were just a goof.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I interpret it as well.
But hey, who cares?
Well, they do, apparently. Speaking of birds, I saw that Moody Gardens has a live stream camera on the penguin enclosure.
Yeah.
And at any one given time, this thing has like 7,000 or 8,000 people watching it.
People just calm down when they watch a bunch of penguins.
So what this tells me is, Dick, that
Let's check it out.
it's more entertaining to watch flightless birds than it is to watch the two of us doing this show. Because I don't think we've ever gotten anywhere near that kind of pub. But people love just staring at penguins in captivity, I guess.
You know what's funny about that?
We need some penguins is what I'm getting
No, what I love about that is you're going to encounter a person, you walk into their office or their room, and there's just a screen of penguins. And you're like, so what's going on in here?
I don't know, but it's fascinating, man. I just can't take my eyes off of it. It's riveting.
Let's see what's going on.
You ever heard of Audience One? Nope. But look at this penguin just sitting there. Look at him move his little wings.
You know what I'm
there
gonna
it
do?
is. Show it to the onesie, man.
No, we're just going to use it as the background for the rest of the episode.
It might enhance our numbers because apparently people like watching this. They are majestic, I suppose. You ever been there and seen those birds?
I want to say yes.
Look, I'm not bragging, but I've been right there before.
Because I grew up in Galveston, and I want to say yes. We went there a couple times. It was more, you know how it's so funny about local people? And they're like, oh, that's more of a tourist attraction, so we don't go there.
Yes, you get real snooty about it.
Yeah, and that's. But then again, like when you're in Galveston, and we just hung out on the beach and did beach things.
And just stared at Moody Garden while you were
We drove
in the
by
bay.
it, and like, there it is.
Yep, look at that. Wow, cool.
But now, I think they opened, I was going to say like 15 years ago, they have like a water park now.
Oh, yeah. They've got all kinds of stuff going on down there. Does it say how many people are actively watching this stream right now? I'd be curious to know. Because like I said, when I saw it, it was 7,500.
I don't see any
people.
numbers. But yeah.
Okay. Well, Dick, when I was in New York last week.
Okay, I will say the creepy thing is, my first thought was like, are half of these fake? Because they are not moving.
Right.
They are not moving.
There is a few in the front that are kind of doing their thing, but the rest, yeah.
Well, this guy right here in the back, his arm. Oh, there we go. He moves. His arms were just spread. He's just like.
It's like catatonic.
I'm just airing out, dude.
Yeah. Well, people love it.
This guy's neck is all bent backwards. Is that how they sleep? That would be creepy. You see that?
Know.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. His neck's all bent back. He kind of looks like he's been hitting the
pipe.
Yeah, the crack pipe.
Yeah.
Well, no. What's
there we go.
fentanyl? There you go. It looks like he's doing the fentanyl lean.
Got another one. Just spread out. It's like, what's up?
It's like all the people you see in downtown San Francisco now.
We got a dead one right here.
I think he's alive.
He's just floating. But yeah, no, I can see why people put this on.
I guess.
Does it have sound?
Minutes and minutes of entertainment. I don't know if it has sound.
Let's see. I'm gonna check it out. We're gonna do a quick. No, it doesn't have any sound.
Boring. I guess we can always do the sound for him. Go ahead, Dick. What does a penguin sound like?
I don't want to even attempt that.
When I was in New York, I ate at a very fancy restaurant, Dick, and I noticed on the drink menu they had a espresso martini.
Yeah, those are popular.
Have you ever had an espresso martini? Really? Do tell.
Well, one time I was at a wedding, and it was a wonderful wedding with my actually it was his birthday this weekend. Shout out to Cody.
This isn't about Cody. Continue.
But anyway, I was with my neighbor, who I've spoken to you about, and they had a martini bar.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go, hey, let's do this. And he's like, well, it's like, let's try every single martini these people can make.
Yes, naturally.
And throughout the whole wedding, that's what we did.
Okay.
And I think we got in trouble. They got in trouble.
Uh-huh.
Because I think we had like 13.
Oh, my.
And I tried every martini.
Including a
espresso martini. Because the lady was like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, we're just trying martinis.
I don't know. It seems to me.
And she goes, well, I'm only going to make one. You have to share it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We're here just trying them. And
because I understand having a nice drink with dinner, maybe a wine or two, but an espresso martini sounds like you're about to get turned up.
It's pretty good.
It kind of sounds like the adult version of Red Bull and vodka.
Isn't that already an adult beverage? So
well, it's an adult beverage, meaning you're over 21. But I think you're not at 51 years old going, "Give me a Red Bull and vodka, bro." It's for the young adults.
I guess, but yeah. I can't believe you never tried an espresso martini.
I have
that's
not.
That's like the go-to for a bunch of
I've
ladies.
never even heard of it before.
I'm not a big fan of martinis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not like a sipping...
Says the guy who just said, I want to try every single one here.
Well, mainly, like, there's two reasons. Mainly because I feel like you could just shoot it, and it's like, there you go. It's kind of like an oyster. It's like, all right, got the flavor. Cool. And then the price tag is always crazy. It's like it's either like a $30 martini, a $15. I'm like, I'm not going to... I'd rather just have like 5 beers.
Right. I know.
So,
if there's anything I know about you, it's Dick. I'd rather have 5 beers.
I'd rather have 5 beers. That's good.
Actually, you'd rather have 5 beers than do a lot of things, to be honest with you, I think.
Well,
yeah.
Well, actually, another shout out to my sister yesterday. We were golfing, and I was talking to one of our mutual friends, and I was like, what do I need to get? Because the golf course is like 3 minutes from my house, so I wasn't going to be going anywhere. And he's like, oh, good. Just bring the cooler. I'll bring the ice. I'll bring the beer. I'll bring the... And I was like, Gatorades and all that stuff. I was like, cool. Well, he forgot the beer. And I kind of looked at him.
The nerve.
And I was like, I kind of don't want to golf now. But then superhero sister called her. And I was like, hey, can you bring some beer on the 7th hole?
And luckily, here she came in.
You know, I literally took a screenshot. I dropped a pin by a bush.
I'm right here.
And I go, hey, just put the beer in this bush. Because we had like 7 guys, so it was like, and no one had beer. I was like, this is terrible. And so, yeah, she unloaded a bunch of beer in the bush. And we picked it up.
Thanks, sis.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, martinis.
Martinis.
That's my mother's favorite cocktail.
Interesting. That's good. No, they're not bad.
And you know one thing I love about people who love martinis, it's almost like wine to them, where they go, this is not very good. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's just vodka, dog.
There's
like,
levels to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's like, people are like, oh, you're like a really good martini. And I was like, no, they don't serve it in 32 ounces, so I don't want to.
I like my martini with a paper bag on the outside of the glass.
But
so I get that real homeless feel going.
No, it's just shocking to me how much people like are into their martinis. Because wine, same thing with wine. Like I don't think and whiskey the same thing. So
interesting.
I was with a bunch of snooty friends going to the liquor store, and they're picking out like the rest and stuff behind the cabinet that's locked up, and they bought like, I don't know, they spent like $600 on whiskey. And they're like, and I go, hey, is this one of those things where like we each get our own kind of thing? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, done. I'm checked out. Got Canadian Club. We're good to go.
Good to go.
And and guess what they did? They ended up drinking my Canadian Club.
No way.
Yeah, they wanted a mixed drink. Like, we don't mix with these whiskeys. And I was like,
you have enough of them.
So
yeah, things start happening.
I was having a great time.
Standards get lowered.
Yeah, I was. It's funny. Do you like gambling?
Within moderation. I have self-reported in the state of Pennsylvania, so I'm not allowed to gamble there.
Yeah, we know that.
Mm-hmm. But here in Texas, bring it on.
We do like a game night, so we all play video games together, LAN party, and there's a game called Gambling with Friends. And it's one of the funniest premises of a video game I've ever played. So basically, you're a group of 4, whatever amount of people, and you owe the cartel money. So they give you, to get it back, you have to go into this casino, and you have a shared account. And so you can imagine trying to get, like, you have, like, your goal is to hit 50,000 together.
And if you don't, you get your knees taken out by the cartel.
Like, you lose. And it is the funniest, because one of my buddies just kept going max bets. He's just like, I'm max betting on blackjack. And we're like, no, don't do that. Like, it's all shared. But great game. If you like playing games with friends, it's called Gambling with Friends, and it is hilarious.
To check it out.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Check it out.
It is very entertaining.
All right, buddy, let's go ahead and kick off this show, and we are going to start off again with a World Cup story, because I know you are such a commie soccer fan. I'm doing this for you,
What does
buddy.
that mean?
I don't know. What is that? What did I just say? I blacked out for a second.
Commie soccer fan?
Oh, the joke is it's a commie sport.
Oh, is it?
I mean, you know.
You never know. I thought it was like Irish or something.
Yeah, they're all communists to me.
Yeah. If you're not American, you're a commie.
Well, Scots have arguably secured the biggest British victory on American soil since the end of the Revolutionary War. After Massachusetts announced it would legalize haggis. You know the Scots.
What's haggis? Is that
Are
a
you
food?
not familiar with haggis? Well, haggis is a traditional Scottish food. In fact, it's their national food.
Okay.
And some call it a pudding, but to me it kind of looks like this meat pie looking thing. And it is illegal here in the United States.
Really? Oh, is it like uncooked or something?
Well, it's cooked, but it just uses parts of the sheep like the lungs.
Okay.
And it's prepared in a way that we here in America have said,
Yeah, that does not look good.
no, it doesn't.
But I'll try it.
And I think it's supposed to be kind of stinky. I don't know. It says, beloved haggis in the country, once they've written songs about it in ode to its honor. It's a big time over there in Scotland. Well, they are playing in Massachusetts, in Boston. The Scots are.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard reports of them just completely drinking the bars dry of any sort of alcohol and beer. That's going around. The state of Massachusetts, as I suppose temporarily allowed haggis to either be brought over or prepared so the Scots can get their tasty treat.
What a welcoming nation.
What a welcoming nation we are.
Well, you know, my favorite one tonight is this. I love scenarios. I think we talked about this. You know what tonight is?
What's tonight, dude?
It's Iran versus Egypt. In
Oh, that's going to be a barn burner.
No. And it's Pride Night.
You told me about
And
this. You warned me about this about 6 months ago.
I'm really interested to see how this works out.
So do you think that the Iranians are going to have a Pride Night emblem on their shirt or something like this?
Well, I think what it is, it's kind of strange because the city declared it was Pride Night or Day. So, like, any participating venues in the area, including the stadium, can do it. So I don't know, but I always like these kind of situations.
I know. It is going to be interesting.
I always like those.
Well, the Massachusetts governor vowed to right a decades-old wrong by declaring that the state would legalize haggis, although there is a key caveat. Individual states do not have legislative power to legalize the dish, as food and safety imports are regulated at the federal level. But that didn't stop the Governor Healy, from signing an executive
order. They sell weed in states.
Right,
I think
exactly.
I think
But we draw the line.
There's a little
sheep's
leeway here, guys.
Governor Healy continued, quote, between the bagpipes, the kilts, and the thousands of Scotland fans turning Boston into their home, away from home, the Tartan Army, which I suppose is what they call their fans, have made quite an impression on Massachusetts. What? The cones?
The cones. Have you seen what they've been doing with the traffic cones?
Wearing them as hats?
No, they just put them on different things.
Just are they
like
not? Is this
statues? It's like it's their thing.
Okay, so is the traffic cone not a thing over there?
I think I think it is, and like that's the way they celebrate is they just put traffic cones on random things.
Love it.
And I'm kind of down for that. You know, I really have been enjoying the World Cup. I always, especially here in the United States, especially Houston. I was around Houston for the opening, and a lot of things going on. You get to meet a lot of people.
A lot of the things.
And it's like my area.
Well, haggis has been illegal in the United States since 1971, but prior to that, you could just eat all the haggis you wanted. It says there's plenty of foods, international foods, that you can't experience in the U.S., and haggis is one of those that kind of takes the cake.
Is chitterlings one of them?
No, I think that's just something that you can make anytime you want, right? Isn't that just like intestines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, haggis for just a short period of time in Massachusetts. Dick, when is the last time you saw a funeral procession? That's the word I struggled with earlier. Seems like I used to see them a lot. 5 months ago? Yeah. And maybe it's because I just don't leave my house anymore, but I don't hardly see them anymore. But I know when I'm in one, like the last time I was actually in one, probably 5 years ago, I did feel like I was getting away with something. Just being able to drive? Yeah, man. It's pretty awesome. I'm like, look at this. Yeah. Well, in Syracuse, New York, a family was ticketed in a funeral procession who drove through a red light on the way to a cemetery to bury a loved one.
I would be confused. I think that would be I'm like, well, I was following. There's cops.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're not the only one, right? And I do think at major intersections, don't they have a police officer saying, "Just come on, dude,
I think
good.
it's just
It's
typical.
good. It's good."
It might have been. It might not have been provided security.
So it was just lawless. You just had to do it on your own.
I mean, people do that.
I don't think is it considered a procession if you just turn your flashers on? You got to have the police presence, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it just really depends on how many people you have attending, and then the distance between the what do you call it, the ceremony at the church and then the burial ground.
Yeah, I've never quite understood. Is it out of the respect for the dead that we do this, or is it so that everybody can get from the church out to the burial ground all at one time, so there's not a delay? Because I don't think we do this for any other type of event, do we? Unless it's like a president or a senator or something. You don't have processions where the police block off traffic, except for someone dies.
I've seen it where they do it for when they're transporting really big items, and they have to raise the power lines.
Yeah, or like a blade on one of the big windmills.
I've been stuck behind those before.
Yeah, maybe so.
I've seen that.
Okay,
but looking back,
it always amazed me as a kid though when I would see them. I'm thinking, wait a minute, if you're in one of those, the laws just don't exist, buddy. You can just fly through any red light. It's amazing. Just turn them flat, and then you'd always have one of those guys you could tell that was not in the procession. He'd jump in line and turn his lights on. It's like, no, he doesn't know Grandma. He does not know Grandma.
That's second cousin Ed.
Yeah. Well, the family said they appealed the ticket generated by a traffic camera near his school on the east side.
That's why.
But the appeal was rejected.
Yeah, I would be dumbfounded. I'd be like, well, I was following everybody. So they might have had security with them, and then the red light camera did the red light camera thing.
They said they think it's just a terrible way to make money by the city. It's just plain awful. People are already grieving, the loss of a close family member, and now the city is profiting off of it. Well, I don't know.
I always love those dramatic. I gotta.
It's awfully dramatic.
Did I ever tell you how I got out of a red light ticket?
It's a little.
No.
Hand action on the officer?
No, it was over. I want to say it was over in Tomball.
Oh, that was last time. Yeah.
And I was following a chicken coop truck. And it was like 6 crates high, or 9 crates. Like, it was tall, barely going under the thing. And I was just following them. And then and I didn't even know the light was red. I was just following them. And then
because you couldn't see it because it was so tall.
Yeah. And then when I got the picture, you could barely see me, and you could see the chicken coop.
Oh, but you couldn't see your face.
Well, you could barely see it. And I was like, how did they even get my license plate?
Yeah.
And so I showed up, and I was like, yeah, sorry, I'll pay it. But, like, come on.
This isn't me.
Come on. And they're like, okay, you're right.
And it was dismissed. So you didn't even really, you half-ass fought it. And they still said, all right, you're good.
Yeah, because anytime I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, just leave me alone. I'll pay you money.
Okay.
That's my favorite relationship.
Leave me alone. I'll pay you money.
Just pay you money. Just leave me alone, dude.
By the way, how are the penguins doing? Can we check back in on the penguins?
We've been showing them the entire time.
Oh, are we down in the corners?
Yeah. I figured you enjoy that. We're just, man. No,
it's actually great.
Well, I'm taking some notes right now because I'm floating in the pool tomorrow, and I'm looking at these techniques.
This is great,
and it's going to be fabulous.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to do the AI clips. I don't know how well that's going to work.
It's not going to work at all.
Yeah, with the penguins in there. But maybe we'll check back with them in a few minutes.
No, I want to leave it on the whole show. I'm just kidding.
Well, speaking of trucks and incidences, Dick, this was brought to my attention by one. I guess I consider you a listener. You do listen to the show every now and again.
I mean, that's...
Around 2 million bees were accidentally set free after a truck carrying them overturned. This was an 18-wheeler that was hauling hives in Mauriceville, Texas. Dick, do you know where Mauriceville, Texas is?
No, I don't. Sounds fun.
It does. It sounds like a guy named Maurice just had a little bit of fun with the place. When it tipped over on a corner and spilled 50,000 pounds of the insects. The truck driver was uninjured during the crash and the subsequent chaos. I did put an actual link.
Yeah, we're watching
if we can just divert our eyes for 1 minute from the penguins, we can see the amount of bees that were in this accident. Absolutely terrifying. Of course, they are warning residents in the area to take cover, as many people were complaining about bees in their house, around their backyard, as they would step
that's
outside.
a lot of bees.
That is a ton, 50,000 pounds. And they did a call out to all the local beehive folks, said, we need volunteers, get over here quick. Yes, that said remain indoors. That was the...
Yeah, so like when I read this, I had so many funny thoughts to me. Because first, I wonder if they use the emergency system to text you, saying like, stay indoors, bees.
Would this be a gold alert?
I don't know.
Like for honey?
Well, I don't know, but just imagine getting that text and you'd be like, what? Like,
right, stay indoors.
Bees? And then...
Yeah, but this just does make me wonder, what else is being hauled around out there in 18-wheelers that we're not aware of?
Oh, no, see, and that was
There could be just about anything.
That was the other thought. I go, I wonder what the craziest thing is toppled over. Like, I've seen toppled over milk trucks.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cool.
Yep.
And then, of course, the hazardous stuff. There's usually like one.
And then the ones that say fish, there's fish in there.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
We had marbles. Remember that story we did about marbles?
Marbles? That's right. They had millions of marbles
everywhere.
I mean, it could be a huge load of sneakers, or it could be an entire truck of Cologuard.
And then there's coins.
You never know.
Wasn't it coins when we covered?
Never know. Yeah, nickels and dimes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Out there with a little metal detector.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then when they went into audit, there's you're 15 cents short. Get back out there on I-5. Pick this stuff up.
Yeah. And then...
Yeah, I guess I just didn't realize that they transported bees like that. But it makes sense. There is a bee shortage here in Texas.
They say that every year.
I don't believe them.
Well, I remember I was hanging out with the Montgomery County Bee Association. And
right.
I asked them that. I was like, what's going on with this bee shortage thing? And they were like, well, it just depends on the way you look at it. Like, there's a lot of bees here in Montgomery County.
Well, then what the heck?
But like other counties.
Other parts, not so much.
But then again, the Montgomery County Bee Association is really big.
Just like everybody moving to this area, even the bees are.
Well, just because they have, what do you call them, amateurs that do their own beehives. So there's a bunch.
Right.
I think they have like over 200 members.
Bee style.
So imagine 200 people doing their own
well, they
bean.
Said this
do you call it bean?
Being.
What are you doing today? I'm doing some bean.
I'm doing some bean. I suppose.
Yeah.
Keeping.
I got some good honey, though.
Bet you did. They said this is not something you ever want to see, but it is also nice to see beekeepers helping beekeepers. They're being.
That's a fun little story.
Dick, are you familiar with
I don't know if you saw the pictures of the trees, but they started building hives.
Already that quick?
Yeah, dude. And it was like there was like right outside this neighborhood, and they were walking, they're showing it, like the TikTok videos. I was like, that would be so insane.
I guess they just instinctually start to go, we need a hive. Do you think, like, in order to round up all the bees, they get like some of the queen bees to dress real provocative?
They played
they over here, boys, and they're she's over there. Yeah.
They played
They hike up
their
skirt a little bit. A flute?
Yeah, that attracts them.
Flutes attract? No, you're talking about like
I'm making that up.
Okay, I was gonna say that's like a king cobra in India. Yeah. And they always come out.
Or the rats.
Something like that. Dick, are you familiar with what the Texas Safe Haven Law is?
I want to say yes.
Well, you need to be. You probably need to be. Texas is the first state in the United States to enact a safe haven law.
Yeah, it's for the baby box.
That's exactly right. It's a baby box, and this law was enacted in 1999. It's a designated emergency infant care, or it says that an emergency infant care provider shall take possession of a child who appears to be not more than 60 days old without a court order, or if the child is voluntarily delivered to the provider by the child's parent with intent not to return the child. So what this means is if you got a kid under 60 days and you don't want it, you can take it back. Now you tell me. I wish I would have known this stuff earlier. This is stuff you need to know, Dick.
How many babies you give up, dude?
I haven't given up any. I had to keep all of them. Now, I do like this law.
Well,
I mean, this is obviously...
What's strange to me about this law was, I was like, how many times have pregnant people going like, oh, let's put them up for adoption. And then like the husband or the doctor or someone who knows about the safe haven law will be like, if you want to skip the paperwork, just drop it off.
Bring it over here. And there's no charges that are filed against the parent.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny how you only get 60 days. If you're going to do it, you got to do it in the first 60 days.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If the child's 3 months old, you got to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess this is good because...
but then again, I don't know if you feel... I think you can just drop it. And you don't fill out anything.
No, you don't have to...
So how would they know it's 60 days?
I think they can do some tests on
the
baby.
Carbon dating?
Yeah, they carbon date the baby.
I mean...
Yeah.
Well, no.
If the kid's already vaping, they know he's probably over 2 months old.
Like, imagine if the baby's like 9 months old and you do it.
He walks in there himself.
And then I guess...
All right, Mom, I'm going into the baby gate.
No, I guess they just go, well, check the cameras. Let's see who this is. Let's go prosecute them.
Yeah, because they got cameras. No, but that's the whole rule. Oh, you're saying if they're over 2 months.
Yeah, I'm saying, because that to me is kind of funny because, the first thing this firehouse is going to do is try to take care of this baby.
That's what they do.
Not really worry about who dropped it off.
That's...
But then someone, ruins the conversation. It's like, hey, guys, that baby definitely looks over 60 days old. We got to figure something out. Like, we can't deal with this.
It's got a little chin hair.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll take my niece, and we're like, hey, we're going to play a joke. You're going to get in this box.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the pictures of them. They've got little vent holes in them and air conditioning and everything because it gets hot here in Texas,
Well, they alerts them too,
and it does alert them. Well, in Lubbock earlier,
it's not like once a week they check.
No. This is where I'm going. Is in earlier this year in January in Lubbock, the very first baby was left in one of these boxes,
and it started in 1997.
And it started in 1999.
Oh wow! Way to go,
this
Texas!
Was the first ever safe haven baby box surrender in the state of Texas.
I just had a bad joke in my mind.
And can you imagine those guys?
Had a bad joke.
Well, don't say it then. Can you imagine being one of those firefighters and they hear one of those alarms go off and they're like, huh? Oh my God.
We got a baby.
We got a baby. We got a live one. We got a live one.
No, I think...
we got one, boys.
Wait, did you say Texas is the first one to do it?
Texas was the first one, yes. And this article says that in Lubbock, it was the very first one in the state of Texas from earlier this year. I'm just reading. It's from everythinglubbock.com. So,
I bet that's a riveting website.
It is, actually. There is a quote from the mayor in here I wanted to read.
I wonder if the mayor, as a political movie, Adopt a Baby.
Oh, yeah.
First.
Yeah, right?
First baby.
It's the new Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
No, the mayor is quoted as saying, and I quote, because this is kind of funny, one of the things that was so profound to me was when they picked up the baby. At first it cried, and then it went back to sleep. Isn't that awesome? That's how safe that little thing felt. I'm sorry. To me, that just seems like what babies do. They cry, and then they go back to sleep. I don't think it's that profound.
I never cried.
I don't think it's that profound. No, just whimpered.
No, I never had issues. I was the pleasant one.
Uh-huh. Were you really one of those little babies that was just really quiet?
Yeah.
You know what that's a sign of, right?
What, is it that syndrome I have? That PDA syndrome?
Yeah, the PDA syndrome.
The only reason I know that is my mom loved telling me that because she's had 6 kids, and she's like, out of all of them, you're the best. You didn't care.
Because you were plotting your revenge on everybody just watching.
No, it's more of like
Stewie.
No, I think the first time when I could speak, I'll pay you. Just leave me alone. Just take money. Here's a penny. It's all I got. Just leave me alone.
All right, man, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to continue to check on the penguins, but we are also going to talk about Sunbed Hoggers. Right here on the Audience One Show, everybody. Stick around.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Go Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
And we back. Part 2 of Audience of One Show. Always take this moment to remind our onesies that we try to release an episode every Friday. And you can listen to that on YouTube at Lone Star Community Radio. And, of course, our podcast. Let's look up audienceofoneshow.com. And then you can always feel free to donate to the show. Visit us online at irlonestar.com/AAA. And I'm excited about the second portion of this little journey we're on.
It is quite a journey. Dick, did you know that there are currently, that we know of, 18 different species of penguins, including the Adele, the chinstrap, the gentoo, the macaroni, and the rockhopper being amongst the most
Good for them.
popular.
Those names are terrible.
I don't know, rockhopper does sound kind of... I mean,
The
to me,
the chin strap?
The chin strap, probably because they have a little marking around their chin. But I do think rockhopper, although it does sound cool, is such a give up. Because you probably just saw him jump from one rock to the next and went, let's just call him a rockhopper. I don't know, not very creative. But yes,
Well, I
18.
only see like 2 different species here.
In that particular one?
Yeah.
What kind?
Well, this guy right here
is that a gentoo or a macaroni?
This guy right here
Mm-hmm.
has the wild eyebrows.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, maybe these guys are.
I don't
Let's
know.
just sit here and look at them.
Yeah, it's just his riveting radio, just staring at this. Dick, I experienced something the other day that I hadn't experienced in a while, and it reminded me of a frustration. I put $1 into a vending machine.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done that because most of them now have the swipe for your card. Have you
Okay.
noticed this?
No, I don't use vending machines.
Oh, my God. Is this like a political stance you've taken? Or are you just too good for it? Or
I'm just never around in my life around the only vending machine I deal with is at the bowling alley, and I hate it because it's never working. So
does it
I
have
to
a
fix it.
credit card swipe? Or does it have
No, that's part of the problem.
Okay, I guess I've never used the one up there because I haven't used one with $1 in a while. And of course, what does it do when you put that dollar
They
in?
don't want it.
It always squirts it right back out.
Don't want it.
It is the most frustrating thing. It did remind me, though, that I bet my kids probably aren't going to have to deal with this.
So you don't do the
Like
trick
we
on the
did.
corner?
Yeah, you always rub it on the corner
Yeah,
or on
it's
your
like-
leg to try and
like, come on,
stiffen it
man.
up. And I hate when it goes all the way in and it gives that pause and you think you're good. You start to look at your selection. All right, D2. And
Wait.
it spits it out.
You look at your selection after you put money in it?
Well, you're going to make sure that the number is correct, right? You got to
Okay.
D2. No, I mean, you typically make your selection
All right.
mentally
Okay.
first, but
Good.
then you have to verify that it's D2 with the Funyuns, the really tiny, tiny bag of Funyuns that you want,
Yeah.
and then it spits it
Why
out.
don't we go to Tokyo? Why don't we go to Japan or Tokyo? They have like thousands of different types of vending machines.
Do they really? Is that what they're known for?
You didn't know that?
Do they have like drinkable yogurt and stuff in
They
there
have all
too?
It's all
Or
sorts
no,
of
it was
stuff.
drinkable. What was it? It was noodles,
Yeah, they have
ramen.
and
It
they
was like tube ramen.
they
That's
got
what-
everything. It's sushi. They
Dude,
got
Japan really is in the future, and I don't just mean that they're like because they're 23 hours ahead of us. I mean they're literally living in the future.
yeah, it'd be cool.
You're thinking I want to purchase a date in one of those.
No, I would.
Thailand maybe.
No, I would just challenge myself. I'd be like, I'm eating 48 hours of vending machine food and drinks. That's the only way I can consume anything.
That could be a nice bet payoff if you lose. I don't know, fantasy football. You have to survive for 2 weeks on just vending machine
Yeah.
food, and you cannot use a debit card. You have to use cash.
I wanna look
Wrinkled
that
up dollar bills, and that would be great. What are you looking up?
Like the weirdest ones.
Oh, the weirdest items in Japan.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know this. I didn't realize that Japon,
Oh,
Nippon, which is another word for Japan, I think.
you can get sweet black bean sludge.
I heard that's
You
great.
can get used ladies' underpants.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at it.
Used?
Yeah, they.
Although if I'm going to get some, no, never mind. I don't want them used. That's disgusting.
Let's see.
While you're looking that up, Dick, I have another observation. I did something that I hadn't done in a while as well, and that is watch daytime television. Actually, it was mid-morning television. I used to like this stuff when I was a kid, like Good Morning America. I used to love watching all that crap. Probably all the way into my 20s, but I can't tell you the last time that I watched a morning program like Today or even daytime television. But man, let me tell you, they haven't changed at all. That formula that they discovered back in, I don't know, 1993 or whenever these things became popular.
You can get live crabs from a vending machine.
You can get live crabs outside of a vending machine, too.
I know, I'm just letting you know. That'd be kind of like, what, you just let it go?
And it crawls back up.
No, like you just...
No, man, you snap it and eat it.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is weird.
Yeah.
If you're eating dinner, I got this from the vending machine.
That's funny.
Oh, no, but these morning shows, they're all the same. They're always going to have some music act come in and play. And inevitably, at some point, they're going to have somebody come in and cook. They got to have somebody cook. I guess it's just to kill time because they've got 3 or 4 hours to kill on these shows. So it's basically like their version of putting penguins on. But they have not changed. Were you ever a big fan of the mid-morning show or daytime television show?
No.
I guess at one time they had their place, but anymore, I can't believe anybody still watches this stuff.
Well, because no one wants to be a stay-at-home whatever.
I guess really what it is now, it's just background noise for like waiting rooms at hospitals and things.
Yeah. Well, you also have Netflix and everything, so like
Yeah,
people on demand.
this is true. Have you ever been in a waiting room and seen like one of those shows on, like Michael Strahan doing his thing, and you just get up and go change the channel or turn the TV off? That would be baller.
See,
Nope.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I was committed to whatever's watching on TV. Like if I'm in a waiting room, I'm not watching TV enough to where it's going to bother. Like I got to change the channel to find. Because the only thing that ever gets me is if you go into a bar and they have like Law and Order SVU on, and like I'll get sucked in. I'll be like, which episode is this one?
Of course you are.
And I'm like, oh, put the subtitles on. That'd be great.
I think now that it's all changed because we have our own personal entertainment devices.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to be looking at their own phone. They don't really care what's on the TV. But
Unless,
back in
I
the
guess
day,
unless
you
you're in
did.
prison.
Well, I don't think they have waiting rooms with TVs in prison, do they?
Well, they have
Tell me, do
the
they?
commissary area where everyone has to share the TV. Isn't that like a common trope of them fighting over what's on TV? And
Yeah. Yeah, and then someone always gets shivved.
yeah, it's like, no, I want to watch Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune is great, though.
Is it?
I don't know. One time it was. Again, one of those shows I used to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dick, have you ever been at a resort and you go out to the pool and every single Chase lounge has a towel already on it and it's taken and you're like, where the hell am I supposed to put my flip-flops and my towel, my sunglasses? Because every chair is already taken. Have you experienced this?
I've something similar, but I always ask, is anyone really sitting here?
Who are you going to ask? Because there's no one there. These are people that have just reserved their spot. They put their towel there, and then they're out in the pool. You have no idea. Who would you ask? This has happened to me.
You start asking for an adult. I need an adult.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about as an adult, but okay. I like how I need an adult.
Because I want to sit down.
Well, this has happened to me quite a bit, and I am not the only one because
I'm usually the person that's already put the towel down.
well, this story goes into something pretty interesting, and maybe you need to take a close listen here. It says that securing a spot near the poolside has always been a silent battle for many vacationers. But for one British tourist, she is teaching, quote, Sunbed Hoggers. That's what she's calling these people. A lesson in sharing. In a video that has now gone viral with close to 4 million views, it has sparked some debate about the action of people saving sun chase lounges. Now, some people are praising her practices, and some other ones are saying that she's out of hand. But basically what this woman did is she just started going out there and taking the towels off of these chase lounges when there was no one present. Kind of seems like a D move to me, but she does have a point.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to put a towel down, and it's another thing to put a towel down with the rest of your stuff.
I mean, I think it's kind of the same. It just means that the seat's taken.
Well, like if I'm, well, what happens if you get there and the seat's not taken? You put your towel down to get in the pool, right? So you put your stuff down on the towel and you go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not a hogger there, are you?
I think this is what she's saying. And this is an existential problem, Dick. It is impossible
I've always
to go swimming with the stuff that you need to take to go swimming. So it has to go somewhere, i.e. the chair. What they need to do is have cubbies at every,
They sometimes do.
thousands of cubbies. And then if you're using the lounge,
I've been swimming at private pools, so I don't really know, I never encountered this.
Suits optional at your place.
The beach, everything. I got my own thing.
I just like the term that she has given it, Sunbed Hogger.
Well,
Which does sound like a great band name.
I'm curious, though, because, like, I'm trying to understand her logic, because if you're swimming, that means you give up the seat in her mind. Like, you're no longer allowed to sit there.
This is the issue at hand.
And then if you're sitting there and you want to go swimming, you have to take your stuff off and put it somewhere and go swimming.
Right, and if there is no other place besides that lounge chair, there it sits all day. But
honestly, what I've done is I just ask the person who's sitting, I'm like, hey, can I put my stuff over here, like next to your stuff? Because since you're here and you're just laying, like, is that cool?
Share, communal. I see what you're getting at. Well, she was saying
I'm not a big sunbather.
That some of these tourists would disappear for hours, leaving those who are actually ready to use the bed without one. And she said at this one resort, they got so popular and the demand for these things was so high, people were waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Going down, setting their stuff down on the lounge, going back up to their room, finish sleeping, get some breakfast, and then go back. And that's her point. So she is seeking out these people. I think that's the people she was really targeting here. Do you think that she went too far, though, or do you think this is where the new revolution begins? This is where we begin new pool etiquette.
I mean, I imagine there's signs and things like that. I imagine.
I would agree.
I imagine that resorts there's rules and saying like if you leave your stuff. Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. If it's just a towel, like, But
I don't know.
If it's like your beach bag that has like all your valuables and stuff in it, it's like they're fine.
Well, you're right. What kind of lesson is she actually teaching these people? You come back and your towel's gone. No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah.
But so like.
But if your bag's gone.
But if your bag is gone, or porch pirates, for example, people will put fake packages on their porch, and people take them out to their.
Bring a roll.
Blows up on them. Now that's
bring a
teaching
roll
a
of 20s.
lesson.
And just go up to an area and be like, yo, I'll give you some money. Get out of here.
Cash is always the answer for you. Bribing.
Well, I mean, if you want to get the solution, it's like, here's a 20. Go get.
This is the way you deal with every problem.
Yeah.
Cash.
Especially with kids at the bowling alley. They're bothering me. I'm like, here's $1. Go play games and don't come back.
I love that. Here's $1. What are you, 78 years old?
Well, one thing I've learned, you never want to give a lot of money to a kid that's not yours.
Yes, continue.
They'll go up to their parents and be like, hey, that man gave me $20 to go play in the arcade. Why does this guy give him $20? But if I just give him give him $1, it's like, yeah.
I think I have a tip for you. Don't be giving any children you don't know money.
Well,
regardless if
they're
it's a
bothering
quarter.
me. I'm working, and I'm like, here, just go. Just leave me alone.
I like how you know this. You know, something I've learned in life is you just don't give a strange kid a lot of money. Just because it's a bad look.
You don't give them too much. You can give them like a couple quarters
There's
or
happy medium in there.
yeah,
Huh?
like they don't talk about it. But if you give them enough money, they'll talk about it, and it's like, oh,
You never want the children talking, huh, Dick?
yeah, I'm already in trouble as it is all the time. Because actually, that's one thing I always enjoy, especially at the bowling alley, is when kids are just on like just wrecking havoc. And
Here's a quarter, stop.
And a patron comes up and they treat you as if it's your like your kid. They're like, hey, there's a kid over there that is tearing up the basketball machine. Are you going to do something about
That's
it?
when you look him dead in the eyes and say, have you given him some cash and asked him to stop?
Well, yeah. No, that's if they're bothering me. That's my solution.
I know, but you're telling him. That's how I would deal with the situation. Why don't you go give the kid some cash and see if that helps?
Because I look down there and I see a kid climbing in the basketball machine. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
I think that is technically your job as you're working the counter to keep some peace, Dick. I think you are supposed to.
Well, I get on the microphone loudspeaker. I'm like, there's a child in the basketball machine.
If this is your
If
child,
you're missing a child,
and you need $5, come see me.
yeah.
A Louisiana man faces multiple charges, Dick. You know what it's like to face multiple charges after he allegedly fled a traffic stop.
No, I don't. I just pay it off.
This is true, with cash.
With cash.
Well, after he allegedly fled a traffic stop, jumped into a swamp, and then was attacked by an alligator while attempting to evade law enforcement. There is a video. I know we have to stay away from the penguin enclosures. Now, this video is from a body cam of the officer. It's a little grainy, and at some points he's kind of covering it with his arm. Don't complain. It is what it is. But it does not clearly, but you can see at points a man in a swamp being attacked by an alligator. Yeah, I kind of have to say that justice is a dish served cold here, but this is exactly what happened. Now, if you're the officer, I'm not sure what the play here is.
I'd be like, he earned it.
I mean, do you jump?
If he gets away, he gets. Oh, there it comes, dude. That is baller.
Yeah, you can see the officer holding his gun there, and he's like, thanks. Thank you there, Allie the alligator. Kind of doing my job for me.
Did you see that?
I did. The thing swam. I don't think
really
people
fast.
realize how fast
Look
those
at
gators
this, like
can
darts right to him.
Yeah, because here you can see
He's
the man
swimming so poorly.
He is flailing around, and then here comes a gator just out of nowhere. Oh, yeah.
It's like, zoo. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
that
awesome.
gator is massive, too. But again, I don't know if you're the officer. Are you like, Yeah, I mean, you're not going to jump in there and save him,
I feel like it's one of those unique scenarios that no matter what the officer does, he's going to get in trouble. Because for some reason in these reviews, they're like, you could have prevented the man from getting in the water. You could have shot the alligator. Oh, we don't want you shooting the alligator.
True.
Or you could have shot the suspect. You don't want to shoot the suspect.
Well, he didn't do anything in this particular incident, and the suspect was bitten in the arm pretty severely, but got away. And then fled on foot, where he was then captured by police. All making for a really great video, though.
Dude, gators are awesome.
They are.
I was golfing the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of, me, I like to walk around the swamps. And I go, man, I bet there's gators in here. That'd be crazy. And then literally the next hole, there's a sign that says, do not enter, gators present. And I was like, okay. Not doing that again.
And so you ignored it, thinking all I got to do is give this gator a couple quarters.
Dude,
if he starts acting up, just give him some money.
No, I think every golfer has gone through this where it's like, oh, my ball's just a little bit in the trees. I'm going to go.
I've never had that.
And
I've heard about that.
And
though.
you pick up the ball, and then you see another ball, and you're like, oh, and then you go, and
my
then
lucky day.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're like 20 yards into the woods, and you're like,
And little did you know that was actually the alligator tossing those golf balls out there,
and then
luring you in.
And that was the thought.
It's his version
My
of the
thought
quarters.
was like, man, this place looks like gators would be here. I probably don't need to be here.
He's like, these golfers are so stupid. Check this out. I just toss a few and they come right to me.
I get out, and the next thing I see is a sign, do not enter. You got gators. And I'm like, oh.
See, what you do is you start off with a couple of nice Pro V1s, but then by the time you get to the 20 feet in, just throw a couple of noodles. They don't know
Let
any
me ask
difference.
you something.
Yes, I'm here for the... Go ahead.
Do
And now ask me something. Do
you believe in like fate, kind of like circumstantial fate?
No.
Because like the last week, I've had different sources of people telling me about snakes.
Mm-hmm.
So like a buddy sent me a picture, opened his back door, and there was a snake just chilling right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another buddy tell me that his employee got bit by a copperhead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another person tell me about a snake they saw in our lake behind the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there golfing. I'm like, I feel like the world's telling me not to go look for this ball because there's going to be a snake.
And was there?
No, but I had this weird. I had this
story sucked.
Well, no, I just had this fear. I was like, "This like the world's telling me there's going to be a snake in my life."
I thought you were going to say you saw one, and I was going to say that's not fate. You manifested the snake.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you made that thing occur.
Because I was like, "There's too many stories about snakes in the past 7 days. Like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get it. Maybe not get bit, but I'm gonna see a snake. Because snakes are a lot of fun when you see them.
They are, depending on what type and how close you are, and their size.
Yeah, because you're kind of like. I was never one of those kids who would grab snakes, but I've held snakes and I've dealt with snakes. I killed snakes, but that first 5 seconds of like how you react is really great because you'd be like, "Oh Jesus," and then or you could be like, "Die," or you try to just I'm out.
Or you could be like Robert Kennedy and just not Robert Kennedy. What Kennedy's in office right now?
I don't know, one of them.
The health and safety dude, and he got bit. He tried to pick up a snake the other day, and it snapped him right in the hand.
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy, yeah.
I think he was trying to get it over because they were both like swimming.
Something like that.
But
well, speaking of wild animals, Dick, are you aware that there is a giraffe that has been out on the loose for several weeks in Central Texas?
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
And this giraffe's name is Gracie.
Oh, that's a sweet name.
It's a missing giraffe that has been been spotted roaming in the Central Texas Hill Country area.
That's so cool.
Yes, and exotic game ranchers are asking residents to keep an eye out for Gracie. And I don't know that that's really necessary, because to me, if you're going to see a giraffe...
And that's literally what drones are made for.
You're going to see a giraffe. I don't think you have to
get some drones out there. You'll be able to see this baby. Well,
I don't think I need to be out on the lookout for it, is what I'm saying.
Well, what's strange to me about this encounter is I guess you just call Texas Wildlife. Like right when you see it, like, yeah,
I suppose
I see Gracie.
That's the play.
Like, do you want me to do anything? Do you just want me to walk away? Like,
because, like, to my point, if you're on a road trip with someone, I don't think they would ever say, "Oh my gosh, look at that." Oh wait, never mind. What did you think you saw? I thought I saw a giraffe. You know when you see a giraffe.
You do,
right? You kind of do.
That you do.
Nope. Turns out that was just a Volkswagen. My bad.
Yeah, giraffes are tight.
They are tight.
You ever pet a giraffe?
I don't think so. No, I don't believe so. I was thinking maybe there was a time at a zoo when I was little, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I petted a giraffe at a zoo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's a great story, man.
It's just nice to say that you pet a giraffe. You've never done it.
No, I haven't. You're right.
So there you go.
Got me there.
I got you one up.
Well, according to the Post, Gracie has rounded ears. Again, information that we don't need to know. Hey, look, I found Gracie. Oh, wait.
That's not.
No,
that's Frank.
Pointed ears. Never mind. Keep driving. So stupid. But as far as I know, this giraffe is still out on the loose for multiple weeks.
How did it get out?
Because I don't know if you're aware, but in Central Texas, there are several exotic game ranches.
Oh, private. Okay,
and it just got out. And it's been wandering around for 3 weeks. I'm hoping that... not up to code. Some redneck in Central Texas doesn't show that thing some hill country justice at the.
That's very plausible.
Yeah, right. And at the expense of a 30-06 or something. Hey, look at this!
Cancel the trip to Africa.
Don't tread on me, bro.
No, they're canceling the trip to Africa. They're going hunting.
Yes, we don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they're offering a $5,000 reward.
Didn't I find that for us? Like you can hunt anything. I found the website.
You can, depending on where you are in the country or the world. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
you can just travel around
and hunting like really crazy
exotic
stuff.
things. Yeah.
Well,
like I said, they're offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to Gracie's capture and safe return. So we're hoping.
It says alive or dead.
No, it does not. There's no way, man. Safe return usually implies that she's alive.
I don't know what happened. Started charging me. Gracie was just asking for it.
Now, they are really...
Stand my ground laws. Da-da-da-da.
Now, I will say
Sir, you blew its head off. I mean, it's tall. It's scary.
I will say the giraffes are really pretty. They are majestic. But when they fight, it is nasty.
It's awesome, dude.
Swing their heads back and forth, man.
Yeah.
Slam into each other. But I don't know. Maybe at this point she's been found.
Do you want to do a giraffe fighting ring?
Oh, like an underground giraffe fighting ring. Again, kind of hard to hide.
I would no.
Underground implies that hole's got to be really deep.
I mean, we'll just talk to Elon Musk. We'll figure it out.
On the account of their height.
Wouldn't that be wild to attend like an animal fighting, like UFC card event?
Yeah, I guess.
Like koala bears. Watch, like we got their fight. We got chickens.
Slowest fight ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got hippopotamus fights. Dude, that would be gnarly.
It says that she went into one area of the ranch that none of the other giraffes have ever gone to. And when she came out off the side of the hill, she came out on the wrong side of the gate. It's just one of them deals,
She's lost.
Jones, the owner of the ranch, said. While a giraffe loose in Texas countryside may sound unusual, owning one is legal in Texas, where exotic game ranches can be found across much of the state.
I think I might want to own a giraffe.
I think I would like to own one as well, but like a little miniature one.
A family. I would like to have a family.
Oh, that's really sweet of you.
I think that'd be
You
great.
just want to watch them breed.
That'd be kind of wild, too. Imagine that UFC card fight. No, but yeah, cool. I like it.
How we doing on time, man?
I don't know.
This is kind of a little quick hit, not much to it, but I did want to bring it to air because it involves aviation, and I know you love anything dealing with planes.
I love planes.
An American Airlines flight descended into chaos Sunday. So dramatic. Sunday morning, after a passenger was accused of biting another passenger and attempting to fight others on board.
Oh, man.
The frantic
Is there any
incident-
video of this?
It does not in this article.
What's your go-to move, man? Biting.
Right?
Oh, I'm a biter.
I will say, if you're trying to get attention, biting is one way to do it. The frantic incident erupted as Flight 3046 approached Philadelphia International Airport after departing from Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, that makes sense. A lot of biters over there in North Carolina.
We got a biter.
It does have audio, which I have heard, not in this particular.
I don't see the video.
No, there isn't a video, but I have heard audio of the captains speaking, and they're like, "We need to request an emergency landing. We got a biter on board." It is pretty crazy. Again, I don't think it's something you think about in the moment, but if you bite somebody while you're on a plane, that's fed. That is fed, bro. You're probably going to end up paying a massive fine and possible jail time and on the do not fly list. Just not worth it. Just not worth it.
Okay.
Dick, did you see the footage of the New York Knicks fan being resuscitated during the parade that happened last week?
No.
Things happen during the parade where it gets a little hot. People in large crowds pass out. Well, there is a video. God, I hope it's in here. Oh,
Yeah, I got it.
thank goodness. Of a New York Knicks fan being revived by a woman. And the woman, by the way, you may want to see if she's single, miraculously revives him. And when he comes to, he wants to get himself a little kiss. Look at him reaching in there trying to kiss this woman. She has to push him away probably 4 different times. This guy's trying to get a little sugar. Hey, man, look, he was just really appreciative.
No, that was just, no, I feel like he's really out.
Oh, you don't think he's all the way? I think this is like the modern day version of the Sandlot
You think so?
scene where he's trying to kiss the lifeguard.
Yeah,
Squints is trying to
Are
get
they on top of like a utility box or something?
something like that.
Huh.
It is New York.
Cool.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I just
Are you trying to say that I need to work on my moves, dude?
I'm just
that's
saying
not
this
going
is
to work for me.
potentially something that you could implement into your repertoire.
Yeah.
Pretending to pass out.
No, I never show myself be
Come here,
weak.
baby. For sure.
Never show myself weak. That's why I shouldn't have shaved the beard.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Why? Because that shows weakness.
Yeah.
This is part of that PDA we talked about. Pathological demand avoidance. You know that you need to shave, but you're like, can't make me.
Yeah. Regret.
I'm just gonna piss myself right here.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Oh, there's a
So
funny.
you don't think that this man was completely up? You don't.
Well, I mean,
Because that's the thing.
because
It
when
looks-
people have heat exhaustion, they go through these like system shocks.
So you think he was just expressing
And so-
gratitude?
I think if so. I'm not saying he might not be. He might be a pervert or whatever you want to call that. Or he is passed out and somebody was kissing. He thought someone was kissing him, so he's like, "Oh, okay, like
Let's get going.
let's keep kissing."
Okay.
That was his,
I
like-
love how you're giving this man the benefit of the doubt.
No, I mean you could tell by the video that you see him like he like his eyes are
Comes to.
closed. He's like, okay, I'm gonna lay back
That's
down.
what Squints did too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that was the plan
That was Wendy Peppercorn. You
because it could have
never
been
miss an opportunity.
Could have been a dude kissing him,
It could have been.
and he might have done the same reaction because he's like, "Oh, I'm being kissed."
I wonder if the story is any different if it was a man kissing another man. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's racked up over 12 million views.
It's probably because the lady was wearing very skin tight clothing.
I didn't notice
and
that.
the camera was behind her. So people who aren't watching the show,
Didn't
that's
even
basically
notice.
you saw the rump.
I was wondering
And-
when you were going to arrive at that.
Well, see,
Again, the woman did appear to be in shape. And the
she
shape.
she had a rump, and yeah, that's probably.
This man knew what he was doing. That's all I'm saying. I love how you're giving him benefit.
But he
of the
wasn't
doubt.
getting handsy though.
I think. Well, that's playing your hand too much. That's too obvious.
I don't know. I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying there is a small factor of actually having heat exhaustion, where your body goes into several different ways of shock.
Okay.
I just know. I've seen it, so I just know.
Okay.
Like your hands, you cramp up, and it's weird, dude.
Just start making out with the hottest chick next to you. Hey, man, it happens. Heat exhaustion. That's what you're going to claim next time. Sorry, ma'am. Heat exhaustion. Look at my hands. Look, would you look at my hands? I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't experiencing some exhaustion right now.
I'm just letting you know it's a possibility. But then again, I probably would be drinking water if I was at one of those things.
I would too. All right, Dick, quick hit here at the end of the show. Dick, do you know who Louis Braille is?
No.
Well, Louis Braille was born in January of 1809 and died in 1852, so not a very long life. He was a French educator and the inventor of a reading and writing system named after him.
Cool. Braille.
Braille, intended for use by visually impaired people. His system is used worldwide and remains virtually unchanged to this day. So Braille was blinded in one eye at the age of 3. This occurred as the result of an accident when he was evading cops and a alligator came in a swamp and chewed his eye out. It was crazy.
Another alligator?
No, it said he had an incident with a stitching awl, AWL, from his father's harness making shop. So my guess is his dad's in there making harnesses.
I don't want to know. I do
and
not want to know.
something got his eye. Well, wouldn't you know, it got infected and it spread into both eyes, resulting in total blindness.
Sorry, bud.
But luckily for this guy, Braille, he was like, dude, my last name is Braille. Guess what I'm going to invent?
Yeah, way to go, dude.
Way to go. I do like this thing of, if you're the person, yep, let's check back in on the Penguins, make sure they're all okay.
They've been on for a while.
Okay. How are we doing over there? We doing okay? How's that one with the crooked neck? We still in a catatonic state?
They're sleeping,
oh, look,
dude.
they're all over there sideways.
They're
Like
sleeping,
they just
dude.
took a big hit, ripped a nice bowl. When you're the person who invents something like Braille,
Chin strap. Good old chin straps over there getting blown. But yeah, that's cool. He invented that. That's neat. You ever read a Braille book or used one before?
sorry, no. When you invent something like Braille, you can basically make it be whatever you want. And no one's going to know any different, right? You're like, 3 dots? That's banana. Tell me I'm wrong.
Or there's got to be a system to it.
Does there?
Yeah.
I don't know. 4 dots, not banana. Nope, that's an apple. And you can make up whatever the hell you want. No, you're right. This guy apparently was incredibly smart, a mathematician, and to be able to invent a language like Braille is relatively or very impressive.
Yeah, they're cool. Braille machines are tight.
Braille machines?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You don't know any blind people? That's right. That's right. You don't make friends with like people that are different from you.
Nope, no handicapped people here in my life.
I didn't say
Icky.
handicap. I said different.
Oh, that's true. It's blindness if you consider that a handicap.
I mean, it's all perspective. I always give my friends who have a disability. It's like, I can call you handicapped, dude. And he's like, what do you mean? It's like, I could throw this baseball at your face, and you wouldn't be able to stop it. That's a handicap. Sorry, brother. He's like, what's your handicap? I'm like, you don't want to know.
Throwing quarters at kids.
Yeah.
Well, this guy didn't live a long life because he was fairly sickly his entire life.
I can drink 12 martinis.
That's my handicap.
That's my handicap, dude.
My superpower, sorry.
Man, oh, dude.
All right, enough. All right, that's all the time we've got for this week, man. Join us next week for another exciting episode.
If you're going to have a wedding, don't have an open bar with a martini bar, because I get creative.
And we're hoping next week to have air conditioning because we are, 3 or 4 weeks in a row in here.
Actually, I feel great. I shaved, so I'm not
Holy cow,
feeling
so
disgusting.
So hot. All right, guys. Until next week, everybody. Bye-bye.